Hey, what's up guys? Welcome to the speed test comparison between the best of Apple and the best of Samsung, the Galaxy S25 Ultra and the iPhone 16 Pro Max. So in this video, we are going to be doing some app opening, game opening, rendering and the RAM management for both the devices to give you an idea which device is going to be faster, better in terms of the RAM management, app opening, game opening and stuff like that. The Galaxy S25 Ultra, as you know, is going to be coming with the latest and the greatest processor, which is the Snapdragon 8 Elite, and the iPhone 16 Pro Max is coming with best of Apple, the Apple A18 Pro. So let's begin the test by booting up both the devices at the same time. Here we go. As you can see, the logo of both the devices have been appearing on both of them. The Galaxy S25 Ultra is the latest from Samsung, and let's see which device is going to be booting up faster in that particular scenario. As you can see, the Galaxy S25 Ultra is the first one to boot up as compared to the 16 Pro Max. So definitely the S25 Ultra win the boot up speed race. Now, before going to the test, both the devices are going to be connected with the same Wi-Fi connection and there are no apps running in the background. Now let's move towards the testing, and starting with the two benchmarking apps, the GeekBench 6 and the 3D Mark. So starting with the GeekBench, and we have already run the benchmark score for CPU for both the devices, and here is the result for both of them. As you can see, the Galaxy S25 Ultra Snapdragon 8 Elite is the fastest one as compared to the 16 Pro Max, which is going to be slightly slower in terms of the multi-core performance, but still the S25 Ultra is behind in the single core performance. Moving on towards the 3D Mark, here we are going to be testing the wildlife extreme test on both the devices. Here is the result for both of these devices, and as you can see, the Galaxy S25 Ultra is blazingly fast in the wildlife extreme test as compared to the 16 Pro Max. So definitely the S25 Ultra on the benchmarking scores is going to be faster right now. Now let's move on towards the app opening, and starting with the basic application, the phone dialer. Here you can see both the devices are going to be great in opening that particular application, and the animations are looking exactly same on both the devices. The second application is the setting, and it's going to be looking similar as the phone dialer. And you're moving towards the third party application, and starting with the Cora. Here you can see the Galaxy S25 Ultra is slightly faster as compared to the 16 Pro Max, whereas the smoothness is going to be pretty much great on the S25 Ultra. Spotify is going to be the next application, and it's loading faster on the S25 Ultra. Next we have Reddit, and it's going to be opening faster on the Galaxy S25 Ultra as well. But the difference between both of these devices app opening up till now is just a few milliseconds. So I would say that both are going to be neck to neck with each other. YouTube is going to be the next application, and it's loading faster on the S25 Ultra as compared to the 16 Pro Max. Next we have TikTok, and it's going to be loading faster on the S25 Ultra. As you can see, the feeds for both the devices are looking absolutely great. Now let's test out the camera performance of both the devices, and as you can see, the S25 Ultra is also faster in there in loading the cameras as compared to the 16 Pro Max. Next we have Snapchat, and it's going to be loading faster on the iPhone 16 Pro Max as compared to the S25 Ultra. Instagram is loading at the same time on both the devices, so definitely both the devices are going to be great. Next we are going to be opening up the first game, which is the Survey Surface, and here you can see that the Galaxy S25 Ultra is blazingly fast as compared to the iPhone 16 Pro Max, which load up the game slightly slower as compared to the 15 Pro Max. In-game performance for both the devices is great. Next we have flip diving, and let's see which device loads up that particular game first. As you can see, the Galaxy S25 Ultra is slightly faster as compared to the 16 Pro Max in loading that particular game, and the in-game performance is going to be similar for both the devices. Next we have the high graphic game, which is going to be the Real Racing 3. Now this is the game which will give us a pretty much good idea which device loads up faster, because it's going to be a high graphic game. As you can see, the Galaxy S25 Ultra is behind in terms of opening that particular application as compared to the 16 Pro Max, which is faster in loading that particular game. Now let's test out the in-game performance for both the devices, and as you can see, the loading time for the S25 Ultra is faster as compared to the 16 Pro Max. So definitely there is going to be a tie in opening and in-game performance for both of these devices. Now let's move towards my favorite game, which is the PUBG Mobile, and test out which device is going to be faster. This is a game which is also a high demanding graphic game, and let's test out which loads up that particular game faster. Now here you can see there is going to be a tie in opening that particular game because both the devices have opened up that particular game at the same time, which is definitely a great thing to have. The competition is going to be getting stronger and stronger every single year, and both the devices are absolutely great in opening that app. Now, in-game performance for both the devices is looking great. As you can see, playing the game is going to be smoother on both the devices. Both are excellent, both have high graphics, and both are running smoothly on both the devices. So definitely, I think that PUBG Mobile is going to be looking pretty similar, and it's going to be looking like a tie between both of these devices. It's your personal choice which device you should choose, but definitely if you look at the display for the S25 Ultra, then I would say that S25 Ultra is the best choice just because of having an extra bit of screen to look at. Now moving on towards the Netflix, it's the next app, and it's going to be loading slightly faster on the iPhone 16 Pro Max than the S25 Ultra. Play Store and App Store are going to be opening faster on the S25 Ultra. Next, we have Adobe Rush, which is the rendering app, and we are going to be testing out a 4K video recording in both of these devices, and we are going to be applying some effects, and it will help out us to test out both of these devices in the export. As you can see, the export time is going to be faster on the iPhone 16 Pro Max as compared to the S25 Ultra in the Adobe Rush. So definitely this application winner is going to be the 16 Pro Max. Next, we have another application, CapCut, and let's test out both of these devices in that particular application. We have the same 4K clip in here and apply some effect there as well, but this time, as you can see, the export time is going to be pretty much faster on the Galaxy S25 Ultra as compared to 16 Pro Max. Anyway guys, at the end of the day, we are going to be testing out the RAM management for both the devices, and starting with the S25 Ultra, as you can see, the RAM management is still looking great on both the devices. All the applications are still in the RAM for the S25 Ultra, so this is going to be pretty amazing. It's coming with a 12GB of RAM option, so definitely the RAM management is looking absolutely great on that particular machine. So I would say that RAM management is going to be great for the S25 Ultra. Moving on towards the iPhone 16 Pro Max, here you can see it's coming with an 8GB of RAM option. Still, it's going to be performing really great on that particular machine, and definitely I think that the RAM management is looking like to be better on the iPhone 16 Pro Max as well. As you can see, all the applications are still running on the background for the iPhone 16 Pro Max. So definitely RAM management is going to be good for the iPhone 16 Pro Max. So guys, here we are at the end of the speed test and the RAM management test. And here I can say that both the devices are going to be neck to neck with each other. Yes, we have the S25 Ultra, which loads the app faster slightly as compared to 16 Pro Max, but in real world scenario, both are going to be absolutely great. So at the end of the day, in my opinion, I would say that it's your personal choice which device you should purchase because both are going to be excellent. My personal choice is going to be the S25 Ultra. It's going to be looking absolutely great in terms of this new shape and design. And let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. What do you think about that? Thanks for watching. Be sure to subscribe. Peace.